Most webcams are just boring, but what if your webcam had a built-in cameraman, pro-level audio, and was small enough to fit in your pocket? I've already unboxed this little powerhouse. Let's take a look at that footage, and when we return, I'll give you 10 reasons why this is probably the best webcam for you. All right, before we unbox the OBSBOT Tiny 3, I do want to let you know that they were kind enough to also send over the OBSBOT Vox SE. This will be the subject of a future video. There's enough in this box right now to cover just a substantial video in itself, but we will be coming back to this a little bit later. So you're going to want to go down there, down below, hit subscribe, hit like, thumbs up, all that business down below, hit those alerts so that when I release the follow-up to the Tiny 3 video, the Vox SE, you'll be notified. Now going forward, I will record all of my headshot video using the OBSBOT Tiny 3. For B-roll, I'll be using the extra Muse camera I have here. Just wanted to level set so that you'll know what video is coming from the Tiny 3 and what might be coming from another camera. I'll also try and use the audio straight from the OBSBOT Tiny 3. Okay, let's unbox the OBSBOT Tiny 3. Nice lifting flap here, and on the top of the box we actually have some QR codes that we can scan, and then we have some informational icons about the hand gestures here. Make sure not to put your hand in front of your face if you want the hand gestures to work. Here is the Tiny Titan documentation. Let's see what we have here. This is a nice little book. Here we have our warranty policy here. We'll go ahead and look on the other side. There we go. We can set that aside. And then we have a user manual. Looks like English is up front. Placement on a tripod. Control gesture 2.0. We'll need to look at that, make sure that we know how to use our control gestures. Our zoom, various shooting modes, human tracking, hand tracking, HDR. This thing is full featured, I will say. Desk mode. Here's the OBSBOT Center software information. And then you have some additional languages for those of you around the world. Continuing on, we have, wow, this is nice. Look at this. You get a nice hard case. Let's go ahead and move the box aside. Let's open up the case, see what we have inside. I do like that they include a nice hard case. This is tiny enough that it should make a really good travel webcam. And inside the hard case we have, let's start on the left over here, and it is USB-C to USB-C with an adapter, which is a nice addition. And then we have a desiccant pack. Down here we have our mount. So this is what goes on top of your computer monitor, your laptop. Very solid. I believe all of it is metal. Yes, it looks all metal except for this little rubber piece right here, probably designed to grip the top of a surface. And then we have the camera. Folks, it definitely lives up to its name. It is tiny. Look at this guy. Here's the microphone array on the back. Let's go ahead and remove our plastic protective covering on the mic array. So you can see that grill right there. Here's our USB connector. It does have a quarter mount on the bottom, so you can put this on a tripod if you want to do that, or a desktop stand. Very cool. And then on the front, here's that camera and the sensor. Let's go ahead and pull off the cover for that. And you can see on the front here, we've got a place for some LEDs. I'm sure that'll light up when we plug it in. Got our gimbal here. Goes 100, 360 degrees. Not quite, but close. Let's do a little size comparison with the Tiny to some other popular cameras. We're going to start with this older Insta360. It's probably the most similar in form factor, and you can see that they're both almost similar in size, but this is an earlier generation. The capabilities of this are much less than they are for this new Tiny 3, but again, pretty similar in size. The microphone array on this one is up front, this one's on the back, so it kind of travels with you as it moves. Both of them USB-C. This one does include the mounting on the device, but again, this is kind of a first generation Insta360. And then probably the most feature comparable and feature compatible to this one is the new Insta360 with its AI built in. Of course, both of these touting AI. I have done a video on this. If you want to take a look at it, you can do that, but you can see the size comparison, much different. Looks like the sensors are pretty similar on the inside of that. May have to do a comparison of that at some point. If you're interested in a comparison video between these two, make sure to leave a comment down below. And then just for grins and giggles, I wanted to show you, this is what we used to be using. This is the Logitech Brio. This at one point was kind of state of the art and the best of its time. If you remember during COVID, these were hard to come by. I actually snagged one of these during COVID to use for meetings. Again, USB-C, one of the earlier models. with these kind of high-end specs, but the Tiny 3 is just so much smaller, so much more compact. And of course, this is not a PTZ. These are PTZ cameras, but this one has all that goodness built right in. So there's the unboxing footage. And before I give you the top 10 though, I do want to talk a little bit about picture quality and why the picture quality on this thing just blew me away. I mean, come on, just take a look at this image. Look behind me and you'll see that we have this perfect bokeh blur behind me. That is not software. That is in the image sensor itself, and something that is very difficult to find in a good webcam. Because it has a massive 1 to 1.2 inch CMOS sensor, which is huge for a webcam, it captures light and depth naturally. And OBSBOT even uses some clever AI to enhance the bokeh effect, giving you that professional shallow depth of field that usually requires a massive lens. It pops off the screen and hides whatever mess is behind you. And there's some back there, folks. It really does give you the DSLR look without the high price tag, and you're going to look fabulous in those virtual meetings. All right, now that we've talked about how good this image is, let's talk about 10 things you may not know you can do with the OBSBOT Tiny 3. First up, the footprint. As you saw in my comparison with its close feature competitor, the Insta360 Link 2, this thing is significantly more compact. It's also 48% smaller than its predecessor, the Tiny 2. It's about the size of a giant strawberry, but I don't have a giant strawberry, so how about we compare it to something that everybody has in their studio, an SD card. Despite its small, diminutive size, it's built like a tank with its aircraft-grade aluminum. And at just 63 grams, it won't weigh down your laptop lid, and that metal body acts as a heatsink, so it stays cool even during those marathon live stream sessions. Now, TikTok and YouTube Shorts creators, be sure to pay attention to this next tip. Now, the manual is very clear on this. The included monitor mount is strictly horizontal. To get that native 9:16 vertical video all of you are creating out there, you'll need an external accessory, something similar to this simple L bracket or tripod with a side mount. Once you've got it mounted sideways, you just toggle portrait mode in the OBSBOT Center software. The gimbal and tracking logic adjust instantly, giving you full resolution vertical video without the digital crop. It's a bit of an extra step, but for pro level shorts, it's the right way to do it, and you get to maintain all that wonderful 4K resolution. And by the way, I'll be sure to put a link to that tripod in the video description down below, along with all the other links that you need or that I've referenced in this video. Most webcams fall apart when the sun goes down, not this one. It has an ISO range of up to 12,800. Combined with the DCG HDR, it keeps your face properly exposed without blowing out those cool RGB lights in your background. It's impressive how much detail this tiny sensor pulls in. And as you can see here, the low light image is very impressive. Of course, a bright image is useless if it's blurry. This is where the Tiny 3 really starts to feel like a high-end mirrorless camera. It uses dual all-pixel PDAF, that's phase detection autofocus, which is lightning fast. But the real star for makers is the object tracking. You can select a specific item in the software, like this Pico Calc, and the gimbal will follow it instead of your face. It's reliable, it's smooth, and it makes product demos look like they were filmed with a full crew. With a 14cm minimum focus distance, you can get right up in the lens for those detailed show and tell moments, without the camera ever hunting for focus. And by the way, if you're interested in the Pico Calc, I have a great video link in the video description down below. It is such fun. Check it out. Now, this next tip is really interesting. This is really all about the OBSBOT Tiny 3 fighting way above its weight class. Most webcams cap out at 30 to 60 frames per second. The Tiny 3 hits 120 frames per second at 1080p. Wondering what this is useful for? This is perfect for ultra fluid motion, or if you want to pull some high quality slow motion B-roll from your own tech reviews. For instance, it's a great way to get some slow-mo capture from that 3D printer. But all that frame rate power needs a brain to manage it, and that's where the AI kicks in. And this camera is like having a tiny little cameraman in your studio with you. Face framing, group tracking, auto zoom, the AI handles the composition so you can focus on your presentation. It tracks you smoothly without the robotic jitter you see on cheaper gimbals. And for the makers out there, the AI has one more trick up its sleeve. If you're an educator or a tinkerer like me, you're going to love desk mode. You can trigger this in the software and the camera tilts down 30 to 45 degrees and digitally flattens the perspective. None of those awkward tripod adjustments to show what's on your desk. It's instant top-down clarity. Now, we've talked a lot about the eyes, but what about the ears? Audio is half the video. Audio is yeah, sure. Audio is half the video. The Tiny 3 has a triple mic array with 5 distinct modes to make sure you sound as good as you look. Hopefully you, not me. I personally lean toward directional to cut out my clicky mechanical keyboard or other noises. And if you need more, it pairs wirelessly with a Vox SE. Now here's some examples of the different audio features from the Tiny 3 that I captured for you. This is pure audio mode. This is spatial audio mode. This is smart omni mode. This is directional mode. This is dual directional mode. All right, we're running a test of dual directional mode. Here's a snap. Here it is behind, in front, behind. And here's directional mode. Snaps in front, snaps behind. Front, behind. This is pure audio mode. Snaps in front, snaps behind. Snaps in front, snaps behind. Here's spatial audio mode. Snaps in front, snaps behind. Snaps in front, snaps behind. This is smart omni mode. Snaps in front, snaps behind. Snaps in front, snaps behind. All right, here's directional mode from the front of the camera. Using voice tracking, you'll see that the camera followed and found me when I returned to my position. And here's that same demo in dual directional mode. So I'm in the front of the camera, and now I'm in back of the camera. Now I'm going to move back to the front. And now I'm sitting back at the front of the camera, waiting for the camera to track me using my voice. And as you'll notice in directional mode, you could hear me when I'm in front of the camera, but it doesn't allow that 360 audio to come through. When I was behind the camera, there wasn't any sound. And this is directional mode again, probably the mode I'll use most of the time when I'm using the OBSBOT Tiny 3 camera. Now let's talk about how we control all the features of this camera. For the video tinkerers out there, the OBSBOT Center software gives you the keys to the kingdom. You get full exposure compensation and advanced tweaks for every setting. It really lets you dial in that perfect look for your video. And here's a pro tip. You can actually record video directly with the OBSBOT Center software. It's a simple standalone way to grab footage without any extra bloat. As a matter of fact, it's the way that I have captured footage from the webcam for this entire video so that you can see the quality for yourself. But what if you want to control the camera but not use the OBSBOT Control Center software? Well, here's a real kind of cool killer feature of the OBSBOT line. For your Stream Deck, there's an official plugin. You can map pan, tilt, zoom, and your tracking presets directly to your Stream Deck. It gives you that effortless high-end broadcast control right at your fingertips. It really completes the professional workflow. So there you have it, 10 tips that'll make you want to purchase the Tiny 3. But you know what? Like I do on my other channel, retroCombs, where I cover retro computing, I typically include a couple of bonuses. Well, guess what? I've got a couple of bonuses for you for this video. And the bonus for this one is you don't need a Stream Deck and you don't need the OBSBOT Control Center software to control your Tiny 3. You can just say, "Hi, Tiny," and then give commands like track me, zoom in, or even sleep Tiny to shut it down. It's responsive, it's intuitive, and it makes me feel like I'm living in the future. "Hi, Tiny, track me." "Hi, Tiny, zoom out further." And here's bonus number 2, and I just had to throw it in because it's so cool. The Tiny 3 supports voice tracking. Check this out. "Hey, Tiny, I'm over here." And you'll see it's in that cool magenta right there to show you that it's in voice tracking mode. Hey, Tiny, I'm over here. How about that? Again, it's like having your own cameraman in your studio. And this is my last tip for the day, but the Tiny 3 supports RTC. That means you can actually let a co-host or a friend control your gimbal in Zoom from a web browser anywhere in the world. It's like having a remote producer for your show. And there you have it, 10 plus some bonus reasons why I believe the Tiny 3 is probably the best webcam on the market today. Thanks to the OBSBOT folks for sending it over. I'm also appreciative that they sent over the Vox SE, which again, we'll cover in another video where we explore more features of this amazing little webcam. And if you like this video, be sure to check out this playlist where I cover other great gear for your studio. That's it for me, retroCombs out.